Our next guest has written a book titled Too Big to Save: How to Fix the U.S. Financial System. Bob Pozen is Chairman Emeritus at MFS Investment. He is joining us now from Cambridge, Massachusetts. Bob, always glad to speak with you. Thanks for joining us. You've been fairly vocal and I guess fairly critical about the FCIC, about the hearings. You give the overall commission a C+. Why not a better grade?
Well, we've had a lot of drama, we've had a lot of posturing, we've had a lot of bickering among the commission members, but the test seems to me is, did we really learn something that we haven't already learned through the many books on the situation? And the answer, I'm afraid, is our incremental knowledge here is pretty modest.
Is there anything, honestly, Bob, that you have learned?
I'd like to say...
You can say no, it's okay.
I would say, I'm sure there's been a few minor facts, but nothing big. And then the other question is, how good will they be in terms of formulating solutions? It's a little late now. We've already had the legislation. If this is supposed to be like the Pecora Commission, whose report led to legislation, we've already had a lot of the legislation. In my book, I suggest...
Sure.
In my book, I suggest some further changes we could make, but I don't see them focusing on that either.
Well, I was going to say, I guess the argument for going through this is you can't arguably know your future until you know your past. I guess philosophers talk a lot about that. I mean, is transparency still the biggest issue if you just had to tackle one problem?
Well, I don't think transparency is the biggest issue. Of course, everyone's in favor of transparency. I think if I had to say what's the biggest issue, it's capital and leverage. And we've been able to reduce the leverage and increase the capital in the financial sector. Unfortunately, the leverage has gone up in the public sector. I think in terms of financial resolution, one of the things they could focus on today is Lehman Brothers in this sense. The Fed and all the regulators approach this as an all or nothing situation. Either you're going to bail out Lehman Brothers or not. You're going to bail out AIG or not. Well, we now know, not because of this hearing, that Dick Fuld had a chance to sell the institution to the Korean Development Bank in August for about $18 a share. And even on the Saturday before the bankruptcy filing, Barclays came in and was willing to buy them with minimal federal assistance.